St Anthony's Family Care is a small not-for-profit organisation which works to carry out the mission of St Mary of the Cross MacKillop in caring for children and families in need. St Anthony's has a long history of supporting children and families, dating back to the 1920s. The services which St Anthony's provides have changed considerably over the decades, responding to community needs and always catering to those less fortunate in society. Today, St Anthony's core service users are children with disabilities and their families, and recent migrants and refugees. Our services are delivered from 2 locations in Sydney, Croydon and St Mary's. The services which St Anthony's provide only receive around 30% of their funding from the government, and we are heavily reliant on financial support from individual donors, corporate organisations, trusts and foundations. Please support us to continue to deliver these valuable services that make a real difference in the lives of so many children and families.
My son was diagnosed with autism before the age of 2. Having a child with autism is extremely confronting news to bear, and I didn't really know what to do. I was devastated. My entire vision for my son's life changed in an instant, and I had no idea how I was going to deal with this.
St Anthony's Early Learning Centre offers an inclusive education model for children aged 0 to 5 years and caters to 46 children per day. Over 30% of all enrolments are allocated to children with a disability. The centre offers 2 unique programs for children with disabilities, with a specific focus on autism spectrum disorder. Today, nearly 1 in 100 children are diagnosed with autism, a lifelong developmental disability. Autism affects each individual differently, but the main areas of difficulty include impaired communication, social skills, and restricted and repetitive interests, activities, and behaviours. An autism diagnosis can make it very difficult for children to attend their local preschool or childcare centre, and for many, St Anthony's is the only option. St Anthony's Inclusive Centre offers intensive play-based therapy, much-needed structure, and the support to develop skills in a safe and supportive environment. The centre is staffed by qualified speech pathologists, occupational therapists, and special education teachers, who work in collaboration with the mainstream early childhood team.
Then I discovered St Anthony's Family Care. I was really impressed with the services that they offer, and I was really touched by the amount of attention that they afford to each individual child. It's really touching to see just how much they celebrate every child's milestones and progress, and they've really helped not only my son but myself as well through a very tough time in my life.
St Anthony's Early Intervention Service supports children with disabilities to develop vital skills to support communication, independence and preparation for school. Early intervention can produce positive outcomes for children and build a strong foundation for lifelong learning. Our occupational therapy programs support children with disabilities to develop their strengths while working on difficulties such as delayed development, sensory processing problems, and managing emotions.
Round, up, down. Good boy. B, down, and around. Down.
Making needs and wants known can be particularly difficult for children with disabilities, and this can cause children to present with a range of challenging behaviours. Our speech pathology programs support children with disabilities to independently communicate with adults and other children. This may include the use of technology, picture exchange system, or other means.
Good asking. Well done.
Since attending St Anthony's Early Learning Centre, despite his disabilities, I know that my son's going to be okay.
St Anthony's Disability Services supports children with disabilities and their families to connect with their communities and enjoy rich and rewarding lives. Children have the opportunity to participate in a broad range of recreational activities and experiences, while developing important skills such as building and maintaining friendships, independent use of public transport, and participation in work experience programs.
St. Anthony's teach me how to catch a bus.
While the children are taking part in varied activities, parents and siblings have the opportunity to attend to their own tasks or interests, or take a well-deserved break from their caring role. St. Anthony's Family Support Service provides support to families to address a range of needs through individual casework and group activities. Families can be supported with issues relating to dealing with their child's diagnosis, locating appropriate housing, dealing with relationship difficulties, or accessing other services.
Hi, my name's Marae and my brother has ADHD and disabilities. Having a brother with disabilities sometimes makes it hard for me at home. St. Anthony's Family Care has organised and put together a siblings group for kids like myself to have time away from home and relax and enjoy ourselves.
St. Anthony's Migrant Services supports families who have recently arrived in Australia, many of whom have fled war-torn countries to establish a new life. Settling into a new country presents many challenges, including language barriers and cultural differences. St. Anthony's multicultural playgroups support newly arrived children to prepare for their school life in Australia. Children have the opportunity to participate in new experiences and improve their social skills and overall development. The playgroups also allow carers to learn positive parenting practices, develop social networks, and link with services in the community.
My son will be going to school next year, so really helping me give me information about that. So I really enjoy coming here, and also I can meet new friends and socialize with the other mom too.
St. Anthony's Settlement Support Services assist refugees and newly arrived migrants to settle into their new country. Families are supported to develop their capacity to be independent and to be contributing members of the community. Both individual and group support is provided to meet the wide range of needs that families face. Help may be short-term and practical for some families, whereas others may require more intensive long-term support.
St. Anthony's Family Care is helping a lot to the community. When I was in trouble with the house, I came here for help. That was great help, and they helped me a lot. Yeah.
St. Anthony's make my life so much better. Yeah!
Please support us to continue to deliver these valuable services that make a real difference in the lives of so many children and families.